The May 11th, 2026 Town of Kill Devil Hills Board of Commissioners meeting. I call this regularly scheduled meeting to order and invite everyone to please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If everybody would please join me in a moment of silence. Thank you. All right, good evening, Board. I'd like to see everybody. Our next item of business this evening is our agenda. We have an agenda before us.
Motion to approve the agenda as listed.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Do we have any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Very good. We have an agenda. Now is the time we set aside for public comments. This is your opportunity for anyone in the audience to address the board on any topic if they're choosing that pertains to the town. We do ask when you're called upon to approach the podium, speak into the microphone, and identify yourself by name and address. Please keep your comments limited to 3 minutes if you're speaking as an individual, or 5 minutes if you are speaking on behalf of a group. And as a friendly reminder, there will be a second time for public comment again at the end of our meeting. And the podium is open if anyone would like to speak at our first public comment period. Oh,
I think they just move around for seats.
let's go ahead.
Good evening. My name is Melissa Harrison, and I'm at 714 Eidlet. And I just wanted to sincerely thank the Board of Commissioners for taking another look at the proposed lease agreement involving the Outer Banks Chamber of Commerce property. The Chamber has been an important part of our community, supporting local businesses, promoting tourism, and encouraging economic growth, and helping connect people across the Outer Banks. Their work benefits not just businesses, but residents and visitors alike. I especially appreciate the willingness shown after the April 22nd meeting to listen to public feedback and continue the conversation. That openness matters, and it reflects the kind of community-minded leadership people value here in Kill Devil Hills. Thank you for your service, your professionalism, and for continuing to work towards a positive path forward for both our town and the Chamber. So thank you guys so much. That's all I have to say.
Thank you. All right, thank you. Would anybody else like to speak at our first public comment period? There's no age limit on public comment. Anyone can speak. We work for you too, so kids in the audience have a chance.
Casey Ball, 1102 Cardinal Street. I got a text message today that said it was asking me about a Kill Devil Hills issues survey. Would you guys send out text messages? Okay, I thought it was a scam, so I didn't click on the link, but since I was here, I figured I would ask, so I didn't have to say it. Okay.
Thank
They
you
are
for,
listening.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that
Yeah.
up. Though. Thank you very much.
That's a good question. Yeah.
Would anybody else like to speak at our first public comment period? All right. Seeing no takers, we'll close this first period for public comment. In response, Melissa, welcome back, and thank you for the warm message. Casey, I'm so happy you brought this up because phone scams, and Chief, where are you? This is something that is an acute problem all over the United States, but here in Kill Devil Hills as well. And for anybody out there, if you see a bizarre text from the town, from anybody, you don't recognize who it could be. I know the DMV is having a huge problem with phony ticket messages going out.
Jury service.
Juries, yeah.
Jury service.
If you don't know, recognize the number, if you have questions about it, err on the side of caution. So thank you very much. We would not poll. No.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I've gotten one before as well. Yeah.
No. It wasn't us. Thank you for bringing that to our attention. Any other responses to public comments? All right. Hearing none, we will move on to introductions and presentations. Item number 1, Trash Attack Community Cleanup Event and Poster Contest Recognitions. And Sandy, I will turn the floor over to you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sandy Markland. I live at 2013 Hampton Street, and I have the honor and privilege of being the chair for the 2026 Trash Attack event. We held it on Saturday, April 25th. We had about 80 people, volunteers and staff this year, down from 135 last year. Unfortunately, we picked a Saturday, which we had a lot of things going on that day, and people had other obligations. But even though it was a smaller crowd with less trash, there were only 7 cubic yards total between all 5 zone sites. There is no listing provided me for bulk trash, but I know for a fact that there was quite a bit of bulk trash that was discovered and taken care of by our mayor, John Windley, and our commissioners, Dylan Hykins and Ron Seidman. And thank you for that. That's 3 years in a row that the mayor, with his little spies, has identified an abandoned encampment, and they have gone and cleaned it all up. So we really appreciate that. But even with lower numbers, there was a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of hard work, and it was a good turnout and a beautiful day. So we appreciate it. And our poster contest drew only 7 entries this year, but super high quality, as you can see, some of the very best ever. And we would like to recognize those poster people this evening. So if you are here and I call your name, go ahead, come back and see me, and then go and stand next to your poster. Okay, everybody got it? Can you do that? You're brave to do that? Okay, all right. So first up is Lucy Geringer. All right. And if I say your name wrong, please tell me. Ever Geringer? Ezekiel Elder. There you go. Thank you so much. I have to shake my hands. Jesse Kearns. Erie Elder. Is it Erie? Irie. I am so sorry. That man over there, he told me to say.
Good job. Nice work.
Sorry, Ari.
Malachi Elder. Whoops. Sit down. We're not ready for you. I messed something up. What did I do? I am short one. All right. Sorry, Malachi, come on up. Malachi was our second place entry, and your gift card is in here. Okay, so congratulations. Thank you, sir. There you go. Andrew Ball. Andrew, did you enter last year? Did you win last year? First place? So you have 2 trash trucks now. I don't know about that. Does that seem fair? It's fair. It's fair. You work very hard. Thank you, sir. Your gift card is in there. Stand next to your poster, please. Did I leave it in the kitchen? All right, never mind. It's fine. Thank you, guys. Okay, the commissioners have come around too, please. We'll let you begin. We were fortunate this year that commissioners participated in Trash Attack, as well as what seems like half the town staff. So we are blessed to have such a wonderful town and so much involvement. I'm gonna stand next to Angie.
Just look at me or mom. Moms.
Very nice.
I get to see your artwork.
Well, congratulations and thank you to everyone who entered a poster into this year's competition. I do not envy the people who have to select a winner. And Andrew, I want to give you kudos for winning 2 years in a row. That's a much more impressive accomplishment than finding and cleaning up 3 homeless encampments 3 years in a row. So good job, sir. All right. Very nice. And Sandy, thank you for your leadership. Through every trash attack every year, you do a great job. It runs so smoothly, and I don't think we could do it without you. So
Yeah.
thank you. All right, we will move on to ongoing business. Item 1, leases of town property. Item A, Chamber of Commerce at 101, right next door here on Town Hall Drive. Kind of picking up where we left off last month. We do have an updated lease for a 5-year term at $250 a month. I want to take a moment to recognize and thank our town staff. This is a lot of work and went into kind of ironing this out. And then I want to thank my fellow board members as well for, it seems like a simple thing, but a lot of phone calls and communication involved in getting through this. And thank you for that. And we have this in front of us now. If there's any comments or questions, now it's the time to bring it up.
I'll make a motion to adopt the resolution on the renewal of lease agreement.
I'll second.
We have a motion, a second. Do we have any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Back to business. Thank you all very much. All right. And moving on to new ongoing business 1B, the old town hall fire station lease that will be planned to be on agenda at our next meeting on May 27th of this month. I don't believe we need to take any more action regarding that item at this time. I guess we can move on to new business. Item number 1, site plan review 1903 South Croatan Highway, proposed mixed use building.
I'll handle it.
Yeah.
This is at 1903 South Carrollton Highway. Like you said, there's a proposed mixed-use building. Enclosed, you'll find a site plan submitted by Silver Dune Holdings LLC. Site plan calls for the construction of a 8,524 square foot mixed-use building. It has 3 2-bedroom apartments on the top floor. And the ground floor has a carry-out facility restaurant and an additional retail space. The site plan includes 20 proposed parking spaces, driveway connection to East Fresh Pond Drive, and associated site improvements on, there's 3 lots there, 21, 20, 21, and 22. There's currently a permit to demolish the existing retail building and that portion of the access onto 158 on lot 22. Both multifamily dwellings, retail business and restaurant. It's a carryout facility. Our permitted uses in the commercial zone. Included with this memorandum, you'll find the commercial site plan application, site plan, architectural plan, and willingness to serve from KDH WWTP LLC. Planning Board reviewed this proposal on April 21st, 2026, and forwarded it to the board, recommending approval with several conditions that have been addressed by the applicant on the plans presented to the Board of Commissioners. Staff recommends approval of the site plan as presented, and I can help with any staff questions, and then the owner and the site designer are here as well, if you have any questions for them.
Quick question, will this connect with our sewer treatment plant, or will it have on site?
It'll connect to the one that's
Okay,
back
yeah.
over here. Yeah.
Curious, I
The
can make it all
private one.
fit without that.
They'll build a lift station there too. So
And the only property being removed is
that existing,
The
the hippie
hippie house.
house, yeah,
Yeah.
that's going to
That's
demolish that and that access, the driveway on the 158. They'll lose that.
But they own the two properties.
Yeah, there's two
south,
vacant
so
lots
three
beside there
properties.
currently that they're all going to be combined into one parcel.
okay, so
So that's where the access will be off of restaurant.
so no more entry from 158.
Correct.
Come around, that's safer.
Yes. And hopefully a interconnectivity with, I think it's a sushi restaurant now. They're
Yeah.
talking to them about the old Arby's, possibly about connecting so the drives go through, but it's up to that property, the adjacent one, if they want to connect or not.
Well, we have a site plan in front of us. Does anybody have any questions or comments? I like the mixed use.
Yeah, I think it's our
Very
first.
It's the right
Yeah, it's
example.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
We had a few remodels, existing
Yeah,
structures.
potentials, yeah, onto old existing commercial buildings. But
All right, well, if there are no questions, someone would like to make a motion, we'll certainly entertain it.
I'll make the motion to approve site plan review 1903 South Croatan Highway, proposed mixed-use building.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Do we have any more discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Easy.
Thank you.
All right. Moving on, new business, item number 2, appointments and nominations. Item A under this is Board of Adjustments alternate member. Oh, tongue-tied here. With Andrew Carlton's promotion to the regular member of the Board of Adjustments, we have a seat available as an alternate.
I'd like to make a motion to appoint Becky Bryholtz as an alternate.
All right, we have a motion. Any
I'll second that.
in a second? Any discussion? All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Becky. All right. Next is a spot on the Dangerous Animal Appeals Board. Sue Kelly has expressed interest in being reappointed. Out of curiosity, when's the last time that board met?
I don't know, don't jinx us.
Right. Yeah. Mm.
It's not a good board.
No, we don't like it.
No.
It's a good thing that they don't.
Chief knows.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Our animal control,
I'm glad the animals have been behaving themselves the last 4 years. So,
and our animal control officers do an excellent job.
yes, they do.
Yes, I do.
All right. I'll open the floor up for any potential nominations.
I nominate Sue Kelly.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Sue.
Thank you.
All right. New business item number 3. All of our nice homework we have to do the
Yes.
next 2 weeks.
Yes, you have it there at your side.
Presentation of the town manager's recommended budget fiscal year 2026, 2027.
Yes, sir. Thank you. But we're going to give it to you this evening, give you some time to go through it and review it. what we would like to do is the Wednesday, May 27th Board of Commissioners meeting is have our budget work session where we'll go through it page by page, address any issues or concerns that you might have, and then recommend that you hold a public hearing on June 8th at 6 o'clock. And a motion would be in order to schedule both the work session and the public hearing. I will just point out a few things quickly. There is no tax increase while continuing to provide the high quality of service, conservative revenue projections, proactive asset management, and operational optimization. The total budget, the total general fund budget is $30,023,250. Your property tax, 1 penny, raised $503. You'll find the little cheat sheet that I'm working from. And please, if you have any questions between now and the 24th, call myself, Charlene, Angel, any of the department heads. The staff is very involved with their budget and can be able to address any questions or concerns. So with that, a motion would be in order.
I'll make that motion that we schedule our budget workshop for May 27th, 2026, and also the budgetary public hearing on June 8th, 2026.
Second.
Do we have any more discussion? All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Next item on the list is committee reports.
None.
No report here.
If I can get my password right. Let's see. Well, let's do it off the cuff. The Dare County Tourism Board held its Budget and Finance Committee meeting today. All is well. We did authorize $325,000 to be transferred from the general fund for marketing in the late spring and late summer periods. Target audiences: Raleigh, Richmond, Hampton Roads. It's very targeted ads, unskippable YouTube things, stuff like that. So that's about what I have from today's meeting. It was actually a short one. And tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., Personnel Board. So,
Oh, boy.
yeah.
Right.
Keeping me very busy. Yeah.
Commissioner Hykins, am I to assume that the tourism board is responsible for the unskippable YouTube ads that you'll have to live with? But
They are, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
it turns
are.
out they're kind of expensive.
Yeah.
So,
I'm glad to see. Thank you for taking on all this work.
Yeah.
I
No.
appreciate that.
Happy to
Thank you
do
for the update. Anybody else for committee report?
We had a community appearance commission meeting last Thursday, I believe, maybe the Thursday before. And the one major thing to report from that we had decided to spend part of the budget on, which is exciting, is to invest in a couple of the bins for reusable beach toys. So if a family's leaving, instead of throwing them away, they'll go into a bin. Nags Head has been doing a pilot one, so we're gonna try a couple at different places and then expand on that. So
That's great.
yeah. I think it'll be really cool.
Mhm.
Anybody else? Seeing none, we will move on to commissioner's agenda. No,
No agenda here.
Has anybody-
no. Keep
All right.
looking at Ron.
right.
You start, Ron.
You're on the end. You start.
I looked down here.
Yeah.
The cell phone service thing. I know. I'm gonna drive everybody crazy with this. Anybody else noticed at the north border of the town, right when you're approaching Kitty Hawk, if you're on the phone, and I'm on the phone all day long, your call will drop. And you cannot get it back until you've driven another few minutes or so, and it comes back.
It actually just happened to me today.
And it's every day in that
It didn't
spot.
drop, but I was actually trying to call town hall and it went to SOS
Hmm.
right at
SOS,
that same
yes.
spot.
And I have two phones,
Right
and
at
they're
that
both
spot.
just out of commission. You can't call
Yeah.
anybody if you want.
Right
to.
when I was crossing into Kitty Hawk.
Yeah.
I've
Is
never
this-
noticed it before, but it did just happen to me today.
Is this issue one carrier specific or universal?
I do think it might be Verizon
I think
specific.
because
Yeah, because I have a friend that has
Does it
AT&T.
happen
that
to you?
doesn't.
Because
I
you
do
go
not
there all the
have
time.
that, and I'm on the
Oh.
phone
No.
going home.
I'm
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
phone quite
And
a
you
bit.
don't have.
I have
I
AT&T.
have a
Oh.
different carrier.
Never had
Ah,
AT&T.
I was gonna say, I think it might be a Verizon thing. I know I brought this up like several times, but anyway, it just drives me
That's
crazy.
weird.
I've never had with AT&T.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Time to switch.
yeah,
I'm just joking.
yeah.
And we did contact our,
I remember.
Representative.
Yeah, and I can't remember if that last time was more of the slowness of things in the season, which that makes sense to me. It's overloaded, but the SOS thing is just bizarre to me. Anyway,
is that on the beach road as well?
yes, actually it is because I noticed that in the afternoons when I come back on the beach road. It's just like a block, if you are. Yeah. Strangest thing.
Interesting.
Anyway, all for me.
Commissioner
Yeah.
Hikins made me think of something else. General inquiry I wanted to ask. I mean, I've heard different things, and I'm curious because I didn't know. The roadside parking on streets in the right of way, so to speak. If it's someone's property, but it's in, so to speak, the right of way, maybe the east-west roads, you see some basketball hoops. You're seeing some. I mean, we're seeing basketball hoops leaning sort of over the road almost. I've seen boats, that are sort of parked in that right of way, and it seems like it's kind of becoming a problem on some of the busier roads on the side streets. Do you know what the rule is on that?
Chief, could you?
Parking in the right of way. I mean, is it a per case basis? Someone complains, and then you have to approach their house, or how does that work?
It's more on a complaint driven
Okay.
thing because it's technically it's in violation if they're impeding traffic,
Right.
if they're impeding a stop sign or getting out onto the street safely or whatever. It's in violation, but it's complaint driven.
Okay, because some of those roads
For
are
my
narrow.
part.
Yeah, some of those roads are narrow, and I'm sure you've seen it yourself, where like someone will park even a car, but a boat, and it's really close to the road, and like two cars come, and they basically almost can't go by together. And then I've heard from a couple of truck drivers when making deliveries and whatnot, the basketball hoops particularly are kind of, a lot of them are sort of like in the road. And I have nothing against basketball or basketball hoops. As a matter of fact, I don't know why you don't see kids playing basketball anymore, but you know how they set them up on the road these days instead of in the driveway. And they asked me, and I was curious, and I've experienced it myself a couple times with the people parking their personal boats really close to the road on some of these smaller side streets in West Kill Devil Hills, maybe.
Yeah, and if you see something like that and it looks dangerous, then just give us a call and we'll address it.
Because there is a space in the right of way that they're really not supposed to be parked, correct? There's like a number of feet. Do we know? Off the road?
The width of the right of way varies throughout town.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the right of way pavement also is not always dead center depending on drainage and utilities.
Mm-hmm.
So one side of the road, there may be 10 feet of right of way that's grass,
Mm-hmm.
and the other side might be 25 feet of right of way that's grass, because typically our roads are between 20 and 22 foot wide
Okay.
with 2 foot shoulders. So you can't take the middle and say it's a 50-foot right of way. So this much is right of way because they're not always centered based on our utilities. So Steve has incredible maps of our existing right of ways and where they're located in the roads since we've repaved
Chances
a
are,
good
though,
portion of them in the past 20 years that we have as-built for them.
Okay, but chances are, if you're like basically touching the road, you're probably in the right of way, I assume.
11 feet.
That's fair to say.
Unless you're on Sportsman.
Yes. Okay.
West Sportsman, you're not.
Okay.
Other than that,
Yeah.
it's a good chance. Heyman is 100-foot right of way, but the road's only 22. So keep that in mind. That
Gracious.
Why is Heyman such a bit bigger right away than others?
it was how it was platted when it was subdivided in the 50s.
The park.
It's just the way the subdivider put 100-foot right of way. They wanted a corridor from the ocean to the sound. It was done in the 50s.
Thank you for the history.
All right. Any more commissioner agenda items?
No.
All right. Moving on to the mayor's agenda, I have a few things to share. First is under resolutions and proclamations. Longtime National Park Service storyteller and Dare County native Darrell Collins made a long-lasting impact on our community and nation throughout his career by sharing the important stories of Wilbur and Orville Wright and their pioneering achievements to generations of Americans who visited the Wright Brothers National Memorial. The towns of Kill Devil Hills and Kitty Hawk are working with the Collins family to support the designation of an approximate 4.1 mile portion of Highway 158 from Collington Road to the intersection north of West Kitty Hawk Road intersection by the North Carolina Department of Transportation in honor of Darrell McNary Collins. I recommend approval of this resolution, and I make a motion for its adoption.
I'll second that motion.
Any discussion? All right, hearing none. I hope everybody at some point had a chance to hear Darrell speak.
Yes.
He was, the hype was legit. He really was a tremendous orator and did a lot for this community and for Dare County. We have a motion and a second. Any more discussion? All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Very good. All right, next, a few more things. Chief, happy Police Week, sir. And thank you and thank your entire department for everything you do for our town. I know the calls come in at all times, and you got good folks working for us. So thank you and everyone in our police department.
Yes, thank you.
Mary's Paul's Park Celebration. Mark your calendars for our annual Mary's Paul. That's a tongue twister if ever was one. Mary's Paul's Park Celebration, which will be held on Thursday, June 4th from 1 to 4 p.m. at Aviation Park. It's a great way to celebrate our dog park, and there will be giveaways, educational information, and treats for the pups and their humans. For more info, please visit our town's website, kdhnc.com. I think every day is a celebration at the dog park. It's a very fun, happy place to be, well utilized, and it's always nice to see furry friends and their humans having a good old time over there. Next is Animal Shelter Drive. As part of our Paws Park celebration, the town is conducting a supply drive for local animal shelters. Suggested items to include are sturdy dog and cat toys, dog treats, non-clumping kitty litter, durable leashes and collars, and adult dog and cat food, both wet and dry. And items can be dropped off right here at Town Hall through Friday, June 5th. Okay, that's all I have for mayor's agenda. Town manager's agenda.
No, sir, nothing this evening.
Town attorney's the same. All right, we'll move on to our consent agenda.
Yes, sir. The minutes from April 22nd, 2026, the March 2026 monthly report, budget amendment to appropriate the remaining funds from the 22 beach nourishment project fund to the capital reserve fund. Partnership reports. This one is from the Outer Banks Family YMCA. The North Carolina Land and Water Grant, just an update to the board. We did receive notification that the town was granted, was awarded the grant. This results in the permanent conservation of the town's area around the Nags Head Woods and the Fresh Pond, which is currently being managed by the Conservancy. The town recognizes that this is a multi-stage process, which will involve for the state to release funding in exchange for the conservation of the designated properties. Approval of the consent agenda will just record the board's continuing support and authorization for the manager and staff to finalize the remaining phase and to update the board at future meetings for to the progress. So this evening, we recommend approval of consent agenda as presented, and a motion would be in order.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. I have one quick question on item number 5.
Mhm.
Is the state's lack of a budget going to slow this process down at all?
I don't think so. It's a very multi-stage. It's a pretty slow process. I don't see where this would be any different than any of the other items with the state as to where the money is allocated. And it is something they're very interested in doing. So I don't see that as a problem.
Thank you.
And then, of course, as we discussed, just to follow up on that, those funds we would hold to use on our improvements to the bomb track area.
Great. All right, so we have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda. Any more questions?
No.
All right, here, none. All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All right, we have a consent agenda. Now is our second opportunity for public comment. If anybody would like. All right. I see people getting their bags and jackets, so I'll take that cue. We will close our second opportunity for public comment. Nothing to respond to, so I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thanks, everybody.
Remember to bring your budgets next month.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I know, I got mine last time.